The holidays are upon us, and turkey is always a staple of these sort of events. While I'm not the biggest fan of turkey, and yeah, I know I've done 2 videos on it so far, lay off me. Like I said, while I'm not the biggest fan, I think some of that comes from eating turkey that's been like overcooked and improperly carved. So I'm here to do a quick guide on how I prefer to cook my turkey. The problem with cooking the bird whole is that you end up with some parts cooking faster than others and drying out. You see lots of people try and circumvent this by covering the bird in butter or whatnot, but the simplest solution is to just separate the pieces before cooking. This also gives you access to the carcass and scraps to make stock ahead of time. This is clutch. You are trying to tackle like 8 things at once during a holiday. Anything you can do it ahead of time will only make the day of cooking easier. I'm using a chef's knife here for this process. I'm basically going to use the top 3 inches of the blade to make long slices. This will result in nice clean cuts. I'm running my blade along both sides of the breastbone and slowly make my way to where the wing connects to the body. Locate the wing bone and make a cut at the joint to separate it. Finding the joints is the basic lesson here. That will help you separate the pieces pretty easy. Poultry is all built the same internally, so if I can break down a chicken, I can break down a turkey, and so on. When eating turkey, you're really only going to be eating the breast and leg portions, so that's what I'm going to be cutting out here. Once the top half is separated, I flip it around and find the joint where the leg connects and separate it there too. You can pop it out like I just did, you can use your knife, whatever you're most comfortable with. Once both halves are separated from the body, it's only a matter of cutting the skin between the breast and the legs, and then taking the wings off of the breast. You can cook the wings if you want, but I just throw those in my stock. I highly suggest throughout the year you practice this with some chicken dinners and then flex on your family when it comes time for the holidays. If you watched my previous turkey leg video, you probably saw my spice mixture I prefer for this. I like to season the pieces a day ahead of time and then just throw them in my fridge overnight to let them like dry cure. When seasoning these, make sure you are getting all sides of the legs, the underside, the crevices. You want very good coverage here. The seasoning, you could just lay it on, it will soak in overnight. Like I said before, having these bones ahead of time makes it so you can make stock. And so for basic stock principles, roast your bones in a 400-degree oven until they look like this. And then deglaze that pan by roasting your veggies in it and to get all those lovely bits on the bottom. Add some water, add some aromatics, some peppercorns, some bay leaves, and keep it on a light simmer 6 to 10 hours. When it's done, strain it off and use it in all of your holiday dishes. Cooking your pieces is a fairly easy process. Pull them a couple hours ahead of time to let them come to room temp. Cook for 25 minutes at 425 and then another 60 or so at 300. The key here is an internal temperature of 170 degrees Fahrenheit. If you want, you can baste your turkey with some stock or some sugary glaze every 20 or so minutes, but you can just do it all natural. If you take one thing away from this video is that you need to let these rest before cutting into them. I know they look amazing and tasty just to dig in right away, but that beautiful moisture is going to run right out of it and you're going to end up with that typical dry turkey. Let it rest 30 minutes to an hour, depending on the size. I promise you this makes a world of difference. If you cook your turkey whole, do the same thing before you carve into it. In order to make a real nice presentation, I just separate the leg pieces at the joint and slice the breast. You could also break down the thighs if you want it, but I prefer to just leave them whole to make the platter look good. You can add some herbs, you can add some olive oil to make it look really nice in the end here. It's all about presentation. If you're not going to present the whole bird, you gotta make this part look nice. I hope this helps some people better understand the importance of finishing your turkey properly and maybe save some Thanksgivings from dry turkey. If you like what you saw here today, hit that like and subscribe button. I put out fun cooking videos every week. Have a magnificent holiday, and may your quest for food knowledge be bountiful.